Good afternoon. We are going to be making some wet ribs today. We're going to be doing the, I call it the 1-2-1 method. So we're going to cook them for an hour at 240. And then we're going to wrap them up in foil with some butter and some barbecue sauce. And we're going to cook that at about 275 for 2 hours. And then we're going to turn it back down to about 240, 250 and do it for an hour after that. I find that this gets just as much smoky flavor as the 3-2-1 method, but it saves you 2 hours. And who doesn't want to save 2 hours? Okay. Let's get these ribs opened up. I know I got this dry rub out here, and I did say wet ribs, but I like to double it up. So when I'm doing a dry rub, I just put as much of my rub on as you possibly can, get to stick. With the wet, I just like to dust it a little bit. You can take the silver skin off if you want. In fact, I'll probably even do a video of how to get it off really easy. I don't like to take it off though. I think it makes it a lot better to just leave it on. The way we're gonna cook these when they're at 275 with the butter on them, this silver skin is the closest thing to the flame. At 196, the collagen in the silver skin is gonna just turn to nothing anyways. It's gonna completely go down, but up to that point it helps the ribs hold together better. We're just going to leave it on. Being that these are wet ribs, I am just going to give it a quick dusting of the seasoning. Now if this were dry, I'd be just coating them with as much as I can get to stick to the meat, but these are going to get barbecue sauce, so this is just to get it a little bit more flavor. I'm actually making some Pineapple Habanero BBQ Sauce today that we're going to use for these. It's in the pot right now, so check out my other video if you want to learn how to make that. You can use your favorite barbecue sauce. I like, Sweet Baby Ray's, Bullseye, whatever your favorite is. This will be my first time making it with a Pineapple Habanero. I normally make it with my cherry jalapeno barbecue sauce. Oh, got a little bit of a skinny edge there, so we'll cut that off. Just a quick dusting. And this is the Misco Mountain No BS rub, which is my favorite, of course, because I made it. You can use any of your favorite rubs though, and it's gonna be just good. This just gets that outer edge, so it's a little bit extra flavor. All right. Oh, I don't like that piece over there either. It's hanging off a little bit. Use some chef snacks. You always got to have chef snacks. Okay, we got our smoker preheated to 240. I'm going to throw that in the smoker, and we'll be back in about an hour to wrap these things up. All right, our wet ribs have been in the smoker for about an hour. They are looking good. We're going to get ready and get them sauced up, buttered up, and covered up for the next 2 hours. So I like to use 3 sheets of regular foil. If you get the heavy duty stuff, you can get away with 2. We want to make sure we're keeping all of that butter, barbecue sauce, and juices from the rib inside. Yeah. That right there. Down while we're working here. Get this butter cut up here. Use roughly 1 cube per rack. You can use too little. Can't use too much, really. So it's all cut up here. Let's grab the ribs. Chef's next. Okay. A couple of butters down on the bottom first. Grab this out of there. Okay. A cup of the barbecue sauce. This is the Pineapple Habanero BBQ Sauce we just made. You use whatever you like. Still a little warm, so it hasn't thickened up yet. This part of the process, it's not going to make much difference. For the next part of the process, you're going to want your barbecue sauce in the fridge, because in order to get that good coating around the outside, you want to put it on when it's nice and thick, so it kind of creates a skin around the outside before it gets warm, too warm, so it doesn't just all drip down into the barbecue. But when we're wrapping it, that is not an issue. We do have the smoker set at 275 for this next part of it. So this is the part that's going to get all cooked down, fall off the bone tender. Okay. Once wrapped up, package full of yummy goodness. This one back on the smoker. We'll get to the last one. Sauce all in there. Okay, let's get our wet ribs ready. Woo. Nice and tender. Ooh, hot. Oh, delicious. This out of the way here. Ooh, yeah. All right, we got another hour. Those are going to be yum goodness. All right, let's get these wet ribs out of the smoker. All right, see how they turned out. Taste test. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh, yeah. Looks like we got a line up at the campground. Whew. Look at that. It's just beautiful. Let's turn it this way.